Hello and welcome to Stellaris Season 3. We are back again, guys, in a new season of Stellaris. I have just booted the game up. So, you're probably wondering, what the heck happened with Season 2? And I'm going to tell you, it's kind of awkward, but life happened. And when life stopped happening, and I was able to come back, Stellaris was like 7 versions later, and none of the mods could go back and work on the save, and the save was completely broken. So, we're starting over, and hopefully, we'll actually finish this one. I am fairly confident in my ability to do that this time. So, we're playing Star Trek New Horizons. It's a Star Trek Total Conversion mod for Stellaris. As you can see, we are currently in the NX era, actually predating the beginning of the show Enterprise. It is 2150, the New Year's Day. So let's go ahead and set up our research. We're going to grab... before we do research, we're going to go and grab our science ship that we do not have yet. We are going to go build a science ship. Yo, the mod is different. Sorry, I haven't played this in a long while. We are going to grab a science ship, put that on the roster. We're going to unpause the game. Oop. Gonna hit these buttons. So, oh goodness, what? It's broken. Okay, so we're going to turn on the... we're just going to hit the tech slowdown mode, and then we'll hit the other cannon modes. Alright. Go away. Just like Cisco, I have absolutely no business with Q. We are starting now. Okay. That was a little bit of a kerfuffle, but we are going to go into our mining finally, and we're going to grab polarized hull plating. We're not going to do anything because the Vulcans are being annoying. Proceed with the NX project. Agree. Goodness gracious. We're going to do the mine training leadership programs. That's strange. And gravity manipulation, which will allow us to unlock inertial dampeners, science stations, and engineering stations. So, our science ship is done. We're going to grab this bald man right here and send him into the great unknown, as Starfleet is famous for, especially in the 24th century. Whoops. That was embarrassing. I should have known better. Alright. So we are going to send one of our envoys to improve relations with the Vulcans. And then same with the Tellarites. Whoa. That was loud. I don't know if you guys can hear the game, I'll be honest. I can definitely hear the game. It is incredibly loud. So, going to bump back to Earth and start. I'm going to clear this blocker real fast. and then flip through our tabs and just see what we can build. As I said, I have not played this mod in a very long time. I'm unfamiliar with some of the stuff and some of the new mechanics. We'll leave that be for right now. Mars is having some unemployment Mars is having some employment problems. We're going to accelerate the program, and then we're going to come over here and oh my gosh. Okay, agreed. The Vulcans want my money. They can have it. We're going to okay, we're going to agree with the research with the Vulcans. We're going to build mining networks on Mars, and we're going to again get bombarded with messages from the Vulcans. Love this. We're going to agree to the migration treaty, start research on courtesan. Ugh. And all in all, we seem to be doing okay. The USS Azofi is currently surveying the Kappa, which it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice place to colonize, so we may do that here soon. New Montana will probably send a colony ship over here. And same with Al-Rigi. Proxima Centauri 2, probably not going to be our first choice, but it'll certainly be a choice. Oh my goodness gracious. With what? What do I have to send? That's a science ship. Okay. We're going to build a second science ship, because that's very Starfleet of us. We have our, four little gun platforms. Oh my goodness. Yes, we'll establish an embassy with the Tellarites. Sweet goodness, I forgot how busy the early game is. We're gonna research inertia manipulation and phase cannons. That's a star. I want to look at these guys. So we've got our 4 little warp deltas, which we're going to grab an Admiral 4, Carlos Ramirez. So this is something relatively new, which I don't have a lot of experience with the government system. So we're going to see how well this goes. So we've got a few options, but I think we're going to go for Evolving Society, which will just give us some more unity. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, we'll serve the commercial pact with the Tellarites. What do you do? Sure, you'll be charisma. Not charismatic, you'll be charisma. And we'll form another research agreement. Marco Polo. Let's see. What is a good... We'll do this. Survey speed. That's a good one. You're just going to go out. You have 1 or more idle leaders who... Sure. Go to... Wow. Actually, no. You're not going to go anywhere. You can go to Mars. That makes sense. Time special project. We're sending the USS Marco Polo to the Pajim system. And we have available leader points. This is going to take some getting used to. We're going to do You're also going to be Charisma 1, which is super funny to me that it's not charismatic, it's Charisma 1. My ears. Sure, defensive pact. Leaders. Ooh. Ooh. We have made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Wolf 359 system. For now, we have codenamed them Res aliens until we can find out more about them. If they possess language, we must decipher it in order to establish communications. So, let's see. Okay, that's good to know. It just gives us the leadership candidates. So, unknown entity. Interesting. Prepare to begin contact. And we will send an envoy to start dealing with that. All in all, we seem to be doing pretty alright for this first episode. We're going to, if we have the resources, send out some colony ships, get that all started. New Montana will be this colony. Montana. Gonna leave anomalies be for now. Those generally more of a late game thing, at least in my opinion. We're going to get, so with new completed technology, we're going to start on xenoarchaeology. We have leaders doing leader things. You're the wall builder. Okay, the monastery on Pajim pop-up has luckily paused the game for us. So, we're going to give you the diplomat trait, because that's surprisingly good. Investigate further, then we will... Captain Gio Lau's concerns appear to have been warranted, as further investigation of the grounds of the Pajim Monastery has uncovered the presence of an Andorian strike team holding most of the monks hostage, claiming that the monastery is being used to hide a subspace listening post targeting the Res aliens. Their leader threatens to detain Captain Xiao Lao and the rest of the away team as Vulcan collaborators. Attempt to rescue. Captain Xiao Lao's attempt to rescue the Vulcan monks has succeeded as the away team quickly overpowered the attackers. Damage to several monastery walls reveals a number of hidden spaces leading to a vast underground chamber. Inside the subspace listening post the Andorians claimed was being used against them. Faced with the knowledge that the Vulcan High Command had subverted one of their own holy sites for covert surveillance, the captain mulls his options on how to respond. Expose that listening post. News that the Vulcan High Command was using its holy sites to hide covert listening posts spread rapidly after the Andorian strike team on Pajim were allowed to depart. While the implications for Earth-Vulcan relations are worrying, it appears that the Andorian Empire will be open to further dialogue in the future. Sweet. We got our first tradition unlocked, which we are going to pick. Does this give me an extra envoy? We're gonna pause and look through these. So diplomacy gives an extra envoy. And let's see. So let's give right now. Any development sleeved. Let's start with the Discovery tradition that very much fits Starfleet. We'll establish an embassy. We'll establish an embassy with the Andorians while our science ship continues to science ship. We'll also put a construction ship on the queue. Anomaly detected. Okay. Leader gets new perks. This is our prime minister. Stability, food from jobs, happiness. That's a nice bonus to just have to all of our planets. Thank you very much. Then Ooh. What's this? We'll leave that for now. We'll see if we need it in the future. Let's see what our edicts are right now. Everything's pretty par standard. Okay. Yeah. Seems all pretty alright. Another bit of research has completed, so let's put that onto chemosite refining and wait for the next pop-up, which is inevitable at this point. Just browse through. Looks like all our stuff's doing stuff things. Gonna have this survey ship go out this way, and I'll redo that track so that it actually discovers, surveys all that's around it. So that'll push out. Andor seizes former colony in a bold move. The Andorian. Ah, shucks. I forgot to start a new enterprise. In a bold move, the Andorian Imperial Guard have laid siege to the Vulcan world of Pon Mokar, which was once known as Waitan in a former Andorian colony. It remains to be seen how the Vulcans will respond to this act. Greetings, we come to you in an uncustomary position of formally requesting aid from your Starfleet. A few days ago, a contingent of armed forces from the Andorian Empire unlawfully broke the long-established treaty between our worlds and placed troops on the Vulcan colony of Pon Mokar. The logical response is to attempt a diplomatic solution. However, the Andorians will agree to help. Well, so many things. We'll go with that. Okay, and pause. We're gonna go back to reverse the movement so that send the Marco Polo back to Vulcan, or Vulcan space at the very least. Aha. And then, with the finishing of the USS Enterprise in XO1, we'll recruit Jonathan Archer and send. We'll pause. We'll agree to a commercial pact with the Andorians. We'll set up new research, which will do geothermal power plants. And we'll look at the situation log. How long does that have? How long would it take for them to get there? We're going to have John Archer do the ceasefire and set the Marco Polo back on its original survey goal. Another research finished, and we'll accept a research agreement with the Andorians and start research on Starfleet Intelligence HQ. And what else? Accept a migration treaty from the Andorians. Oop. Matthew Harris. So I'm going to do a somewhat un-Starfleet-like thing. And going to first build mining stations, but go into the fleet planner and create new. We're going to set up a few more flight groups of deltas, warp deltas. Negotiations. Jonathan Archer has reported back from Waitan. They were successfully able to locate the Andorian forces and bring the Andorians and the Vulcans to the negotiating table. Although both sides were initially reluctant to the idea of relinquishing control of the planet, the promise of peace and avoiding a large-scale war seems to have convinced both sides to look for a diplomatic solution. The question of who retains control of the planet will be heavily influenced by our input. The Andorians were the first species to colonize and own the planet. However, its location on Vulcan's doorstep makes this a strategically important world. So, we'll give it to Andoria. However, following tense negotiations in which neither side were prepared to back down, an agreement was finally reached between Vulcan and Andoria, largely thanks to the unrelenting tenacity of our negotiating team. On the agreement that the Andorians limit the size of the colony and are restricted from converting the system into a military base, the planet of Makar will be handed over to the Andorians and henceforth be known as Waitan once again. United Earth will carry the responsibility of ensuring that the Andorians remain within the confines of the agreement. The establishment of a new territorial compromise agreement will help to strengthen the fragile bond between the three powers. Vulcan will require us to enforce the demilitarization of the planet. Failure to do so will seriously harm our relationship with them. However, it will earn us extra favor with the Andorians if we do not. We will enforce the demilitarization of the colony. And Waitan demilitarized. As agreed, we have enforced the demilitarization of Waitan. All military installations on the planet and systems have been removed, and Starfleet will enforce this agreement for the next 25 years. The Andorians cooperated with Starfleet officers, and even though the Vulcans didn't openly express any gratitude, most believe they were thankful. Understood! Haha! With that done, the Enterprise can go survey this system, because I have a feeling they'll have to stay close to Vulcan. And then once our construction ship has finished that, we'll send it over to claim this system. Going back to what I was doing, we'll add a few more groups of Delta Flyers, boost the military a little bit, and wait until we can do that. On Earth, we'll build some alloy plants. And go find one of these I thought helped with production of of alloys. However, I am apparently wrong. Our Starfleet Intelligence HQ has finished, and we will begin looking into research. Again, something else is finished. We will put that research into subspace differential sensors. And with that, I think we will end today's episode. Thank you very much, guys. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, do all the other things. And if you have any suggestions for ships names, go ahead and put them in the comments. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.